Hi and welcome to this tutorial about Simutrans. Today's topic is advanced cargo transporting. Our story is centered around this pharmacy. This pharmacy or drugstore should have medical and chemical. I have already connected this pharmacy to a chemical plant, so they have chemical. So let us take a look on the map. Here is the pharmacy. Here is the chemical plant which supply this pharmacy. They should also have medical which come from this medical packing plant. But the pharmacy also have contract with this chemical plant. So if we now build the link between this medical packing plant to this pharmacy, there will be a connection between this chemical industry and that pharmacy. Their cargo first flew to the medical packing plant and after that onto the track to the pharmacy. That we want to avoid, because this chemical industry is already under a heavy load, so I prefer that they don't get more order. The mail is still not completely finished because I get new industry, so I take a break from the mail. That means that we have stations which are overcrowded, and we get from time to time message about it down here and on the screen which you saw previously. Here is the same problem more sketched out and clean. Here is the new pharmacy, here is the old one, the old chemical plant, the new chemical plant, and the medical packing industry. And it is this contract which caused the problem. If we now build this link without thinking. So this is the only link which are missing at the moment to supply this pharmacy. This is how I plan to solve it. I simply make, should we say, a copy of the medical packing industry. A copy there we don't have the connection with transporting chemical. Because one of the things with industry, they don't transporting other industries' cargo inside them. So if we only can break this up into two medical packing industry, the problem with the contract will go away. The medical industry will still get their supply. They will still manufacture medicine, which they can transporting to both pharmacy without chemical start floating around. This problem, their cargo start floating around, can occur with all type of cargo. But it is mostly common in that type which are called boxed cargo. It still occurs sometimes with bulk cargo like coal, gravel and so on. But box cargo is the most common one when this problem arises. This technique to let the cargo float around or not float around is something we utilize in mail and passenger system. There we actually want them to choose that way they want, and we simply adapt to that situation. But in cargo, there we want to steer the working flow onto a certain plant, we want to avoid this thing. The reason why we have so high demand on the chemical plant is this. We have introduced mail service, which double the demand in the pharmaceutical. And we now have one more pharmaceutical. Alright, to the practical. If you take a look, I have placed this station quite off, and that is for one reason. If you go up to this medical packing plant, we see there is actually the same thing, because the coverage is 2 grid out from each side of the station. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So that corner of the factory have access to that station. And one corner is enough. So the trick here is to build one new station which have access to one of the 4 corners. This station have this corner. About there. And now the station or freight yard yes, that should be connected to the medical packing plant. Let time roll again. If we go inside, we should see 2 stations. Yes, we have 2. And now we give it a slightly more useful name. And this will be station B. So incoming cargo coming this way, loading up the factory with chemical. They produce medical, which can be transported by that station or that station. But they don't route chemical inside to our industry. And cargo from this station don't magically jump over to that station. So now there is no connection between the old chemical plant and the new pharmacy. But the medical packing plant can still route medical to both pharmacies. This is how you practically solve the problem. And now we'll need a little more space for trucks to queue up and so on. Simply build that. And now we build the line. And a new truck. We pick it from that depot. Don't show all. All line down here is already made, and I have a new pump and a new platform which provide more oil for this chemical plant and more trucks to deliver chemical to the medical packing industry. So the only thing which are missing is the last link to the new pharmacy. So I should simply figure out how many trucks I now need, and I have already showed that in a previous episode, so I simply skip that part. That was everything I have to show you. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. In the next episode of Simutrans, we take a look on another way to handle fluctuation in cargo transporting system. Thank you for your time.